choose me over your wife, she should be your priority.
But you are my mother.
I want you to treat your wife the way your late father treated me.
I am so sorry, Mom.
My mother-in-law visited us and said she would be staying for just 5 days. I have always had a good relationship with her, so I didn't have any problems with that. The next morning my husband was ready to go to his shop, and I went to ask him for some money for food. He didn't want to give me enough money, and somehow we started raising our voices. My mother-in-law came into our room, and after asking what the problem was, she supported her son and asked me to manage. You don't fight a man in the morning. After my husband left, I dressed up to go to the market. What is this rag you are wearing? She asked me. I wanted to shout at her, but I managed to be calm. If only she knows how frustrated I am in this marriage. Mama, what's wrong with what I am wearing? She said nothing else, and so I left. I got back from the market and cooked. I saw how she managed to eat the food with a frown on her face. Obviously what I made is not her standard. After eating, I had a talk with Mama about how life has been like being her son's wife. My husband came home early that day, and I guess it's because of his mother. He didn't eat as usual as he always eats out. The children slept and Mama called us for a meeting. My son, I am trying so hard not to believe that you have 500,000 to give me every month for my upkeep, and yet couldn't give your wife up to 20,000 for food. No wonder you don't eat at home. Yesterday when I came, you took me to a restaurant where we bought a plate of food for 10,000, and we bought 2 plates. Yet that same amount is what you gave to your wife to make soup that would last for 3 days for 5 people. What is your problem? Mama, you wouldn't understand, he said. Moreover, you are my mother, and I am not supposed to choose my wife over you. Will you keep quiet and shut that thing you call a mouth before I shut it for you? God forbid you choose me over your wife. Your late father never chose anyone over me. He even chose me over you and your sister. He loved me, he took good care of me, even though he didn't have much, but he made me his priority. So you want to tell me that I will occupy my space in my husband's heart, and will still occupy a space in my son's life? Then where is your wife's position? My son, it's not done anywhere. Your wife comes first, then your children before me and your sister. I was so ashamed when she brought out that rag to wear to the market today. Imagine me seeing my daughter-in-law in the road, the wife of an Otagool wearing faded jeans, with her hair so unkempt. Now I know why you people don't ever come home for Christmas. You don't want people to see what the beautiful woman we married has become. Can I ask you a question? Where did you learn all of this from? Your father thought you better. Let me ask you, how much do you give to your wife for her personal allowance monthly? Mama, he doesn't give me any money. He hasn't even given me enough money for food, and you are talking about personal upkeep. God forbid bad thing that my son, who single-handedly built a church for our community in the village, can't give his wife a monthly allowance? One thing you don't know is that your wife is your life, with the way you are treating her, so you think she would have the RT to take care of you the way I took care of your father before he passed? If not for anything, for the sake of your 4 beautiful children. If pregnancy and childbirth was that easy, I would have had more children. It wasn't easy for me, so I managed to have just 2, but this woman gave you 4 children within 6 years of marriage. This woman should get at least $1 million from you monthly for her upkeep, excluding family upkeep. Look at you, a big man that has 7 shops in the market, arguing over 20,000 with your wife. You are supposed to give her at least 500,000 for feeding monthly. This will exclude money for refilling gas, fuel, hospital bills, and other major expenses. She doesn't even have a maid, whereas I had a maid with just 2 children. You should be ashamed of yourself. Why is your wife still a secondary school teacher? Were you not the one that told me you would give her one of your shops in the market when she was going to that shop with you on a daily basis? Then what happened? Mama, my friends. Hey God, Mama shouted, friends? If your father listened to his friends, you wouldn't be where you are today. You enjoyed a happy family growing up. Why are you depriving your children of the same love you enjoyed? I know this is the same way you treat your in-laws. No wonder none of them call me, and when I call them they answer through their nose. A wealthy man like you. I sat there crying. Only God knows the hell I have seen in this marriage. Thank God Mama came, because I have already told my parents that I would be coming home for Christmas and wouldn't be going back. I stood up and said good night to my mother-in-law, and quietly went to bed. Early the next morning, Mama called us again, and after praying she started talking again. My husband came to me, knelt down and asked for forgiveness. I thought my mother should be my priority and not my wife. I am very sorry. But then our lives changed from that day. He now gives me monthly allowance and monthly feeding money. My mother-in-law made sure he gave me money, and I went to the market the next day and got a full box of new clothes. I am not interested in his shop because I want to have personal things going on for me, so I asked for a laptop, and he bought it for me, and my life has been good. He now comes home and eats daily at home because I now cook better food with the 500,000 monthly feeding money. When I count my blessings, I count my mother-in-law first. She brought back hope when I thought all hope was lost. Moral lesson. A good mother-in-law is a blessing that can restore peace, wisdom, and balance in a home. When a mother-in-law chooses fairness over bias and truth over sentiment, she strengthens the marriage rather than dividing it. In this story, the mother-in-law used her voice not to tear down her daughter-in-law, but to correct her son, protect justice, and promote love. Her guidance opened the husband's eyes, revived the wife's hope, and rebuilt the family's happiness. It teaches that when mothers-in-law show support, compassion, and wisdom, they can be powerful pillars that hold families together and inspire lasting change. Thank you for listening to my story. This is Amaka of Amaka's Forum. Do not forget to like, comment, and share for more interesting stories. Also, don't forget to put on your notification bell for more interesting stories from Amaka's Forum. See you next time. Goodbye.